Hello and welcome to Altered Geek. I'm your host, Steve Megatron Phillips, and in this episode, I was thinking about what to do next, and rather than do something news-centric or kind of what I cover in the podcast, I figured, something short and sweet and something that means a lot to me. And with all the talk of the 50th anniversary of this particular show, I couldn't help but come up with content for it. And of course, I would be talking about Star Trek. Star Trek has been around for 50 years. I mean, a lot of shows can't really hold on to that magic for that long. And yes, there was a little bit of a brief hiatus in between, like the original series and the first film, and then again between Enterprise and the rebooted Abrams Kelvin universe. But I think a lot of the magic is still there throughout the show. Yes, they've modernized a lot of it, but I think that with time, a lot of that was needed and necessary. And in this particular episode, I'm just going to talk the kind of short and sweet part of it, and I'm going to go to what I'll do next time. But this particular episode of Star Trek, what it means to me is it's had this lasting effect on my life and a lot of my geekery and everything that's kind of come into who I am. And a lot of the science fiction love that I've had, I mean, pretty much every book that I've read that I've had interest in has to be Star Trek. I've read a lot of other books. They've never held my attention span as much as like the original series, The Next Generation, or the original series films books. And not just the ones that are based off episodes, but just in that timeline span. And I've always been kind of this Trekkie Trekker, however you want to phrase it. I have no ill will towards either name. But I've loved this series for as long as I can remember. I own the films. I used to own a lot of the series. I used to own a lot of the comics. Just unfortunately, time and lack of money prevent that. So what I'm hoping to do in these coming episodes that I'm going to be doing of Altered Geek, what I'm hoping to be doing is I would like to do a top 6 Star Trek films. I tried to do 5, but unfortunately there's so many good films in this list. And it used to go by this formula of every odd film, and again, I'll get into that later. Sorry for the fidgeting. My allergies are flaring up, and I'm in an enclosed space, and I fear that I'm not getting a lot of airflow, so I'm going to have to open up windows. But, so anyways, I'm going to do my top 6 Star Trek films. I'm going to do top 5 episodes, top 5 characters, top 5 ships, and the road to Star Trek Discovery. And it may not be all at once. They might be scattered out throughout the next month with other content sprinkled in between them. But that's kind of the general plan of what I'm hoping to accomplish with this Star Trek 50th anniversary. I just have to say kudos, and I really am excited that it's about to come back. I have said my piece on my podcast of Altered Geek on geekcastradio.com. That I'm not enthused with the CBS All Access app, that it's going to be only available on that, besides the first episode. And again, time will tell whether I subscribe or not. But I definitely want to check this show out. There's been a lot of awesome stuff kind of around it. I'm not happy with a few aspects of it, but I'll get into that with more notes when the time comes for that episode. But yeah, go ahead and check out the other content I've got on here. I've got some impressions. I've got some other geeky news. I've got a couple of the podcasts that I did live stream that kind of got compiled on there. I do some live gameplay live streams on this channel. Of Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1. In the future, I hope to do some Unreal Tournament. as well as Diablo 3, and I'm going to keep playing Battlefield 1. If anybody knows how to configure a stream, see, I when I was streaming, I had 90 megabyte download speeds. Now, unfortunately, because of pricing and other issues, I've had to go down to the 25 megabyte service, which kind of sucks. But it's also put a drag on, like, some lag on stuff, so I got to figure out how to reconfigure my streaming software to stream the game to YouTube. But yeah, so check out my other videos. Check out any other content. If you have a suggestion for something you'd like to see me cover or other content, just leave me a comment in the section below. Be sure to like and subscribe this video, and stay tuned for more awesome geeky content. So until next time, guys, get altered, get geeky with the Altered Geek. See you next time.